Elite athletes are set to feature in the second Athletics South Africa Grand Prix of 2023 tomorrow night. The World Athletics Continental Tour meeting in Germiston is another chance to hit qualifying marks for this year's World Championships. Well, having already qualified for the event, South Africa's Zeney Walt has made a statement this year, having won both the 400-meter hurdles and 400-meter flat races. And she joins me now to speak about the current state of play in her career. A very good afternoon, Zeney. It's always lovely speaking to you, athletics. How are your plans going for the 2023 athletics calendar, and what is your main objective this term?
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for having me. And I'm so excited for this season. I mean, it has started off very great. And my coach and I are really excited about this year's season. I've qualified for the 400-meter flat as well as the hurdles, but the hurdles is still my main event.
All right, we'll speak about that in just a moment. What will you take from the Athletics South Africa Grand Prix? How does that add to your preparations for the 2023 season?
I think the Grand Prix that are now World Athletics Challenges are a great platform for especially South African athletes to be more exposed to overseas athletes and how the meetings work over there. And it is becoming really exciting to see that there are actually strong competition at these meetings.
I mean, you surprised the whole entire athletics fraternity when you won the 400-meter flat race. We know you as a 400-meter hurdle specialist, but is this a hint that you might give it a crack at both events, the hurdles and the 400-meter flats, Zeney?
Well, it is a bit difficult to do both. My coach and I, we were both actually surprised that I broke the 51 mark so early now. We didn't expect it to be at the Grand Prix, but I am super grateful for that. And I can't wait to see what the times are going to be in the next races. But as I said, it is a bit difficult to run both the 400 and the 400 hurdles at Worlds, just because of the strong competition and maybe the races that overflow each other.
Hey, look, Zeney, I really believe in you. I'm sure you can give it a crack. I mean, you showed us, of course, in the last meeting, and we hope that you can show us in the 2023 season. Having said that, you've qualified for the World Championships that are taking place in Hungary. Has that removed the pressure off your shoulders? Does that give you more time to focus on the World Champs, or are there other things that are also important to Zeney Walt?
It is a lot of pressure off my shoulders to know that I've qualified for the World Champs, and we can just start preparing to be even better and faster and to perfection my races even more. And we are really excited for that, what the season is holding in for us. My coach and I, we are still going to do a bit more 400 meters to work on my speed, maybe a 200 or so. But yeah, I'm really excited for this season.
All right, Zeney, in closing, you're listed amongst the top 20 fastest times in the women's 400-meter hurdles. What is your goal, and how fast do you want to run in 2023, going into the Olympic Games, obviously, after the World Championships, Zeney?
Well, our event, men and women, is on fire from 2 years back already, and definitely when you're running in a final, 53 is the mark you have to run. So that's definitely on my goal list this year, to run a 53, and I think we have been working really hard for that, and I'm just waiting for that race to come. But each race I take just to do it as perfectly as possible and just to execute that I have trained.
All right, it's 16:53 and 53 seconds is your target as the 400-meter hurdles world junior champion and SA champion Zeney van der Walt ahead of the Athletics South Africa Grand Prix. Thank you very much. It was great to be talking to you. Of course, you can catch her in action at the Germiston Athletics Stadium in the women's 400-meter hurdles and possibly the women's 400-meter flat as well. That's Zeney van der Walt, proudly South African. That's sport.